We will now move to our panel discussion moderated by Mr. Gazi Jishan, FCCA, CIA, CRMA, and co-founder of Kormoto. Now, may I kindly request our keynote speaker and moderator, Mr. Gazi Jishan, to kindly remain at the stage while I invite our respected panelists for BPO session to kindly come up on the stage. I would like to request for Mr. Ariful Haq, Director General of Strategic Investment Wing, BIDA, to come up on the stage. Next, I would like to invite Mr. Tanvir Ibrahim, President of BACCO, Country Director of Automation Solutions Bangladesh, to come up on the stage. Requested to come up on stage, Mr. Ahmed Atta Hamid, ACCA, co-founder and CFO of Kormoto. Requested to come on stage, Mr. M.A. Kalam, Chairman of LCBS. I would also call on stage Mr. Raihan Safa, FCCA, Director of Global Operational Accounting of Optimizely. Calling up on stage, Mr. Mujibur Rahman, ACCA, Founder and CEO of Mr. Accountants. Then, finally, I would like to call on stage Mr. Muhammad Aminul Haq, Finance Secretary of BACCO.
Hello, respected members. I have been talking to moderate. Microphone. Hi. So as we can see, for the sake of all the representation from the policymakers to educators and to the practicing BPO firms. I guess I will prefer to begin with the BPO firms, being my co-workers or who shares a similar sort of journey, similar sort of challenges, and so on. So my question will be for Mr. Raihan. So my question is, how do you I see. Okay. Perfect. So, Mr. Raihan, thank you so for this. So, could you give us your perspective? How do you see the global opportunities, and what particular opportunities do you see for the accounting finance BPO?
Can you hear me? Okay. Okay, so I'm the first. That was a bit of, I was caught off guard. I was hoping that I'm going to follow how other panelists answer, and I'm going to, follow the lead. But yeah, there you go. So I want to give a bit of a context, the place where I work in currently. So it's not exactly BPO, but I work for a company called Optimizely, and they have invested heavily in Bangladesh purely because of the talent pool which is available here, okay? We don't have any client, we don't have any revenue. The place where we are working, this is considered purely as a cost center. And we started off with 70 people, now we are 308, and we are still counting. And we are hoping that in next 2 years, we're gonna grow up to 600 or 700 people. They have brought in their finance, they have brought in their HR, their sales, lots and lots of other departments, especially on the engineering. The amount of investment they're doing into engineering in here, it's only because they can find so many people out here, right? Now, the point being is, why are they doing that, right? I mean, it's not exactly BPO, but we are kind of doing that sort of a thing. Like, we are helping them out with business functions, right? We are developing processes, we are helping them out with technical parts, etc. Few of the things is the amount of available, people we have here, the quality, the talents, etc. However, if I look into the future of it, from what I have witnessed personally, I've got a team of around 10 or 12 people. And although we do have advertisements going on, we want to recruit people, but we do struggle to find talent. Not because of the technical part, but because of some of the soft skills which you have mentioned, right? Like, for example, the communication, that's key. You can be extremely, extremely smart in your craft. You can be a very good engineer, but you got to be able to communicate effectively with people outside of the country. Number two is to sort of understand exactly what they're looking for. Like, as you mentioned, the niche part, right? So what is the niche? So everyone, if you're following the rat race, if you go for audit, like most of the CVs I get, they're mostly more prone towards audit, tax, a bit of internal audit, stuff like that. But maybe that's not what the outside world is looking for at the moment because of the AI and etc. I mean, people are not looking for exactly financial reporters or bookkeepers or someone who is well-versed in IFRS. You got to understand where the world is heading towards, right? You need to understand where we are heading towards. So if AI is automating IFRS, if AI is automating financial reporting, then obviously that part is gone, right? You've got another thing coming up. So, such as, for example, we have roles like business advisory roles. We have roles like someone who can provide data analytics, stuff like that. So that's also one thing which I would like to say. So if we can sort of tackle all these areas, like where the world is changing, if we can sort of upskill ourselves according to that, I do believe that we do have a great opportunity to turn Bangladesh, especially the finance community, into one of the leading hub for BPO. But that's the key, like communication to exactly pinpoint where the gap is and to upskill yourself and to, fill up that gap. So yeah, I do see a bright future, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, actually, you answered, or I was going to ask you about challenge obstacles, but good you picked up on that all because I will continue asking, and this time I'll ask Mr. Mujibur, and I'll keep the point a little bit patient because let's hear it from the people on the field. তারা কি সমস্যা ফিল করে অথবা কি opportunity দেখে, but then I will come back to the government and policy, how it supports each other. So I hope that is fine. Mr. Mujibur, you also work as a freelance and you are one of the VCFOs and you have diversified a lot. Tell us about the opportunity side first, and if you want to also say challenges, সমস্যা, obstacles for growth, please put it together.
Assalamu alaikum, and thanks you ACCA for giving the opportunity to actually talk about this industry. Okay, so when we start early in industry, it's always become like you go with the flow and learn, and so that's what happened for us. Like when I started on my own, then I see that, okay, so this market is like kind of, I can start with the bookkeeping. So as we speak about, so when we start with the bookkeeping and this sort of tasks. And I would like to share the story of a specific client, so we can understand that actually how we go ahead and how we see the industry with time. So initially when I started at 2021 after the COVID impact, so I see that the opportunity has now came. Okay, so whoever sitting here, ACCA or in the similar field, we must have a dream or something in our back of the mind that we'll work on something on our own, we'll own a farm or provide these advisory services. So I also has the same feelings at that point, and but after 5 or 10 years time maybe, then COVID came up. Then I see that, okay, there is an opportunity because I was working on Upwork as a part-time basis, like just to know the market, how it's going. And then I decided, okay, I need to start, and I started and take that risk, shifting from a stable work and in a very stable corporate position, I had to switch Then I take that risk and I started. So initially, it is very tough to actually get into the market when uh, people had to trust on you. You are dealing with finances and where people need more trust. So that's the one thing I will say still remain at the trust. And for a few cases like countries like India or Philippines, so they have already built that reputation. So whoever they're hiring from Europe or America, they know people from Philippines or India, they have like already built that reputation. They provide this sort of services. So people try to go with that market. So in Bangladesh, so if we want to start, so we need to consider that. And we need to build our own reputation to have that trust. Okay, so I started on Upwork, so that actually allows that option to people trust on us because there all the clients can share their feedbacks. So that's kind of work as a like a token where people can see and trust on us. And based on that, I started, that client that I was talking that I want to share the story. So that's called Lumiere Education. So they come to us with a simple service called like a QuickBooks consultation. They were very in early stage and they want someone to actually take care of the processes and fine tune their finances. So I get into that and I help them. So after that, after like we were like working on small projects, so after 6 months he came up, okay, so can you take over my whole finance? Can you do invoicing? Can you make payments to all my mentors? Can you take care of my Airtable's data? So I see there is an opportunity to actually take over more. Like I can go with that virtual finance department I can call. And slowly I get into that and I took all the opportunities they were needing and get involved to their finance operation. So at that point also I see that AI has came into the picture, ChatGPT and all. So I see, okay, bookkeeping also might go on at any point by the automation and we need to actually get involved with the operation as much as possible where they can actually cannot eliminate us. We need to be part of them. So we take that opportunity and get into that. And so likewise, there are many other clients. So we are providing now bookkeeping, of course, then financial reporting, then internal process development, then automation part. So now we have like a whole bunch of services that we are providing and with time, starting as a small business. I have started from my home with a room where initially I had to hire people and they actually, some lovely people worked with me, they trust on us. So that's another area where people, the resources with whom we work, they are kind of the heart of that BPO organization. So without, like for product-based industry, products are kind of the stocks that you can sell. But for the service industry, people are the stocks that you need to capitalize and they're going to pay the return. So I realized that that importance and the value of the people. So we have hired some people and they have seen the scope that they can explore with the global market. And now we are like 20 plus team members. And as you mentioned, we are now also just moving to that 3,500 square feet office just recently. And yeah, that's it from my side. And I think I have answered some of your questions.
Some of the questions in advance also.
Right.
So I will just take one point from you in between. You mentioned that you always had an entrepreneur mindset. Also, you're a finance professional. তখন থেকে you started making a decision যে একদিন আমি একা কিছু করব. So in my presentation, someone shouted CEO. So that is for you, that you need to decide today that you will one day become a CEO and probably build a company for your own and work for your own. Thank you so much, Mr. Moju. We'll come back around, but I need to just touch on the demand side. So before we come to the government, listen to them, we have Ahmed, who also has a similar story, and working in a full-time job. All of the Kormoto founders are now full-time into Kormoto. So my partner, Ahmed, who I would ask you, because you are based in the UK, And you interact with a lot of finance directors, CFOs, head of business founders regularly. So give us the demand side, how you see it, kemon dekha jay, how do they foresee or why do they choose? Please focus on the demand side because we heard a lot about the internal side. No.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Jishan. As you know, obviously, I want to explain to the others because you're all obviously involved with what we do. But demand is exponential. It's so huge, but the first thing that we face is trying to gain their trust. So they need to trust our work for them to delegate more tasks to us. I can give you an example with one of our clients that started off with, let's say, one employee as a part-time basis. So they said, oh, how do you guys work? Like, you know, how does it work? Like, do you just work in the background? Do we send you an email? And do we get updates from you? We're like, no, we work with you. So whenever you're working, we're working. So they started off with one employee, and then slowly we grew to about 6 now in the finance department. And we're also doing part-time CFO roles with them. So it's the trust that you gain, and it happened over the course of a year and a half. So demand is there. It's just we need to showcase our skills, and we need to showcase our talents that we have in Bangladesh, and we need to nurture them because there is so much untapped skills and talent that we have, which we've seen in the market, and that's the reason why we are in this sector, that we're trying to grow. And like demand, and that's the reason why we've all left our full-time jobs to focus on this, because the demand is so high, you cannot maintain 2 jobs and trying to tap into that market like the other BPO companies that we have. So thank you, Zishan.
I'll swiftly move on this side of the floor because now we heard about BPO firm কি ধরনের চ্যালেঞ্জ ফেস করে এবং BPO firm কি ধরনের ডিমান্ড এখন foresee করছে. My question will be to Mr. Arif is that as a policymaker and who has seen this transition happening over the years, আপনার পার্সপেক্টিভটা শেয়ার করবেন যে কেমন ফিউচার প্রমিসটা আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি, স্পেশালি পার্টিকুলারলি বাংলাদেশে যে ইনভেস্টমেন্ট অ্যাট্রাক্ট করার ব্যাপারে হাউ ক্যান BPO ফার্মস অর হোয়াট ক্যান দে ডু, এমন কিছু ইনিশিয়েটিভ নেওয়া দরকার কিনা BPO ফার্মদের যেটা ইনভেস্টমেন্ট অ্যাট্রাক্ট করতে সহায়ক হবে এখন এবং ইন দ্য ফিউচার.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the questions. And thank you very much for inviting BIDA in this gathering. Government is not a good thing to share with. Thank you. So regarding to your question, in my earlier speech, corollary to that one, what we do in this agency is to facilitate investment that comes here. Regarding the facilitations, we listen to the industry. Particularly if we refer to the BPO, we listen to the industry. One of the role of the government is to make the policy as such that it helps to grow the industry at its own pace. And if any support is needed to give it a boost, that we also do in these policy makings. If you can look into the industry that currently is unprecedented, like the RMG, where we have given fiscal supports, infrastructure support, and many other supports that promote the industry to grow. So likewise, we also targeted in the coming days to promote these IT-enabled services where BPO comes in. And to promote the sectors, as you know, that the government has given fiscal, non-fiscal incentives. We are also developing the relevant infrastructure, the hyperscale, the data centers and others. To our initiative, we are talking with the global investors to develop large-scale infrastructure in the country. I think the industry knows. And in every of our initiative to develop these sectors, we regularly sit with the associations, chambers, and the relevant industry leaders, how best this industry can grow, as you're referring to, and to take the country to different directions. As you have said that we'll be graduating by 2026, and there will be huge potential of the country. And in the coming days, the part of the manufacturing sector in the GDP will be going to the service sector gradually up, where your part will be. We are looking that after the RMG, this BPO industry will be the most crucial to develop the country. So government is ready always, and the policy as such is now, and coming days will be at your pace. Thank you very much.
Is very comforting, and that's very supportive of organizations who would want to enter this market. There are lots of challenges foresee করে অথবা obstacle, internal obstacle ও থাকে, policy making obstacle থাকে. I think সেই জায়গা থেকে many companies or entrepreneurs will feel more bold and proud to enter this market because there is a future and the support is there in the government. I'll continue on the policy side, and we have seen BACCO have done extremely on the front foot and have put many industries forward, IT-enabled services and such. So my question to Mr. Tanvir, যে আমরা কি কিছু BACCOর other initiative থেকে আমরা কি কিছু can we take some examples অথবা success stories থেকে আমরা কি কিছু lesson নিয়ে accounting finances apply করতে পারি, অথবা how do you see BACCO's role here?
Thank you, Jishan. Thanks for putting up the question to me. First of all, let me clear about BACCO's position, where we fall in. Maybe Jishan has told that we are in the supply side. Yes, we basically fall in between the BPO companies and also the government bodies, the policymakers. We are the trade body, the central trade body for IT-enabled services and BPO. So we have about 400 plus members, basically those who are doing the BPO in Bangladesh. Our name is Bangladesh Association of Contact Center and Outsourcing. So you can easily understand that contact center is predominantly taking the space in BACCO, because when we started back in 2009, after getting the contact center licenses from government in 2008, basically the contact center was the most prominent service that we basically could offer as BPO services to the local and international market. So that's how basically the BPO industry started to work. And we knew that the outsourcing would come one day, and that's why the name came out to be the BACCO, Bangladesh Association of Contact Center and Outsourcing. And basically, slowly, gradually, we have seen it is not only contact center. There are lots of other services, BPO services, like financial accounting, outsourcing, digital marketing, social media management, graphics process outsourcing, legal process outsourcing. There are lots of variety of works and different sorts of BPO companies who are members of BACCO. And currently, the contact center is basically 20% of the whole BPO industry, the 400 members that we are having currently. And slowly, gradually, the finance and accounts outsourcing is growing fast. We can see new members are coming in day by day. It is increasing, and that's very encouraging for us. Like, we are slowly, gradually going into the high-profile market. So, the contact center and the customer services, these are comparatively lower profile BPO because of the profile and the services quality and all those things. The pricing is much lesser if we compare to the pricing in financial and account outsourcing. That's very promising, very high-profile outsourcing vertical, I would say. If I give an example, Sri Lanka is a very good example for us, because they are a small country having 90% plus education literacy. So having that, they are having a very good number of certified accountants in Sri Lanka. and they have identified their financial and accounting outsourcing service as their unique selling point. And that country has done enormously good in the BPO sector. And approximately about 80 companies are basically working in the BPO sector in Sri Lanka. Compared to Bangladesh, that's much lesser. About 25,000 people are working in the whole BPO sector in Sri Lanka, whereas they are earning $3 billion. They're earning from export revenue. Compared to us, like they are 3 times at least. So, whereas our number of companies are 400, we are having 85,000 plus employees working for the BPO industry. So it means that we are very much in the bottom side. So we need to take this as an opportunity, lying there, and our neighboring country is doing fantastic in earning the foreign currency for their country. So I am personally looking forward to working for that vision, and I would like to contribute from the association side. So thank you.
Mr. Tanvir, for highlighting that at a low profile থেকে higher profile, and that there's a role of the companies here, যারা finance accounting outsourcing companies গুলোদের একটা role থাকে. So I'll come back to the company owners or directors afterwards. But touching base on this one, I would like to ask the question to Mr. Aminul. Particularly Aminul Bhai, you would be looking after the membership, and you would be happy when new members will come to BACCO, just like Mr. Tanvir have encouraged. So now here you have a room full of roughly maybe between 60 to 80 members who are professional accountants. So if there is a drive, so আমাদের মাঝে এখন আমরা professional accountants, ACCA members যারা আছে, তারা যদি অ্যাকাউন্টিংকে তাদের ক্যারিয়ার এবং এন্টারপ্রেনার জার্নিতে step in করার জন্য, what will you say, Aminul Bhai, from the BACCO side? How you will encourage these members to actually step into the industry, become BAMPO members, and join the forces? আপনার থেকে শুনতে চাই.
Okay, thank you. First of all, I would like to thank you because from your keynote, I got some insights about the accounting BPO processes and data that we require as a trade body. We seek information about different processes, and the challenges we face while nurturing about specific one process, that we want contribution from the entrepreneurs. Okay, as a trade body, the entrepreneurs come, and we decide about how to expand the market and how to nurture the challenges and solve those things. So in your presentation, you have mentioned that the accounting BPO professionals, they are kind of introvert, and they like to work alone, and that's the very big problem. Maybe they are not coming to the trade body. Okay, and we see our trade organization is a very new one already, as it is established in 2011, and it was primarily dominated by the contact center entrepreneurs, and other digital and data processing entrepreneurs control this association. Okay, and later on, when we try to emphasize on accounting BPO, and we were searching who are in this business, we found around 30 to 40 companies who are actively working in this section processes, and we tried to bring them on board and tried to engage them how to expand these processes and market for international. But the problem is maybe their engagement or their interest about the trade organizations, we could not focus. But the thing is, every BPO process starting with freelancers. And what we have seen, the freelancer, the marketplaces, everywhere we see there are so many professionals are working and internationally, and they are doing good. Their ranking is good. In my while I am going through the different marketplaces, I found that we are competing with Pakistan, maybe. We are just half of their freelancer quantity. I have seen in Fiverr and Upwork that if they are in a specific accounting processes, if I search, if I find 5,000 person engaged in Pakistan, 2,500 around from Bangladesh. So there are so many freelancers are working in international marketplaces. So from trade organization, we want entrepreneurs. We want they form a company, either a sole proprietor, limited company, or what partnership they have to form, and then they can become our member. And to encourage this entrepreneurship, we have taken a step from our trade organization that we groom and the freelancers and take them in a like a 7 days workshop and try to solve their problems. Why they should come as an entrepreneur and not as a freelancer. And government has given incentive for the BPO, 10% cash incentive. As a finance secretary, I'm observing this section for a long time, and I have seen the top 6 incentive claiming part. Accounting BPO is the lowest one, only 3%. So I don't know, maybe their profit is, maybe margin is very good there, that's why they don't bother about incentive claim, or they may be not in international market, the entrepreneurs, the institutions who are working in the accounting BPO, or maybe some other things. But my data, the data that I'm handling right now from trade organization, the accounting BPO firms are not taking the benefit. So, but as a freelancer, if they work, this incentive they can claim. They will get around 4%. Right now, the incentive is decreased by the government because they are not encouraging it. And into the 2026, this may not continue. But I will say the audience, maybe there are so many freelancers here in the audience, and they should form an enterprise and engage with BACCO. And we want to see you in the leadership, because without your leadership, as a trade body, BACCO cannot focus on accounting BPO. So that's the thing I would like to say to friends.
Thank you, Mr. Aminul. I hope that the audience have listened, my fellow qualified accountants. Hopefully, 2026, you will have that lowest accounting companies to stepping up few ladders up. Throughout our discussions, we are always touching about skills development. And when we say skills development, skills improvement or enhancement, entrepreneur skills, matro Mr. Aminul mentioned Kurlen, it all comes down to the educators primarily. So my question next will be to Mr. Kalam, that as an educator, what have been the previous initiatives, ACCA, similar professional accountantদের জন্য, এবং ফিউচারটা কিরকম আপনারা দেখছেন?
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, Gazi bhai. Thank you, ACCA Bangladesh, for organizing such a wonderful events, especially focusing on BPO sector. And this is very timely initiative. If I answer your question, I should go back to my own student life to currently I'm here today. It's been 24 years journey. I am with accounting sector, 24 years. As a ACCA students back in 2001, I started my ACCA in Ireland. And if I see in over the 24 years journey, we have started LCBS Limerick in Ireland and back in 2010 in Bangladesh as LCBS Dhaka. So over this big time, I think we played the toughest role to develop professionals with timely skills and forward-looking skills that needed to equip them. So if we go back, actually it was completely technical expertise that if we go back before 2010, it was all about technical skills, technical expertise like bookkeeping, financial reporting, financial management, taxation, and some knowledge from international financial reporting standards, so all others. And here, institutions, corporate training house, they actually play a key role to adapt some advanced skills that needed to introduce. So in that lineup, all accounting softwares like Xero, Bookkeep, Tally, QuickBook, and advanced knowledge on IFRS for international reporting standards. So if we think about now, it's a shifting, it's 10 years. Now, our planning with skills development shifting towards automation, AI-driven tools, and I think real-time decision-making process. To include all those in our skills development, we have taken initiatives over the period recently that data analytics must be in our plates to teach students with data analytics. Then big thing is cybersecurity in finance. It's a big need in cybersecurity with the finance because it was even back in 2001 to 2010, we never thought that we need to think about cybersecurity in finance. Then if we think about performance management area, that risk associated with it, because so much complexity is coming. So data analytics, cybersecurity in finance, risk management, and all AI tools that can process reportings. And I think robotics also very important area that we have recently introduced, that robotic process automation, RPA, in our skills list. So if we think about over the period, it's 3 steps. One step, it was completely technical skills. Now we incorporated some soft skills that timely needed. Now step 3, like very AI-based robotics and real-time decision-making tools that need to give our students as well as professionals. So if I started with my first, that it's been 24 years. Being a ACCA student, I found we used to do 2.1. There was a module, I think there are some ACCA here from that time, that we used to do 2.1, it's information technology. In that paper, we want to learn some, what is all about hardware, some software's name. But if you think about 2024, that business technology, this is a big shifting. So what ACCA introduced in skills, they are forward-looking, and they think ahead that what extra skills or timely skills they need. So in all syllabus, if you think, that ACCA always introduce new skills. And that skills currently, not only current skills, I think in the near future, whatever needed, that also available with ACCA syllabus. And based on SSC syllabus, based on our own institutional strategy, we incorporate all those. So if I say that I, as a personally, as a C student, then founder of LCBS Ireland, then founder of LCBS Dhaka, and also LCBS Advisory, which is one of the oldest BPO firms, but we only take care a small bit, selected works for KPO, knowledge process outsourcing job, and recently we are doing some business process outsourcing. So, yeah, past skills, then mid-time, and now this is a big shifting. Technical skills to soft skills, and now it's very digital and analytical skills that we need to introduce. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kalam. I've been told we have to go for a hard stop in 5 to 7 minutes. So the audience question answers, please bear with us, and we can always continue with the audience questions during the break. We talked a lot about skills. We have got 3 ACCA members sitting here, and I would ask each of you to mention the top 3 qualities or the skills that is needed to develop to become successful in BPO in finance and accounting. And like I did before, I will start with Mr. Raihan. And I would like you to say only top 3 skills, 3 words, and 3 skills that you would say, and it could be similar, it doesn't matter. What is, in your opinion, 3 words and 3 skills?
I would go for number 1 would be communication. You got to be solid. Number 2 is upskill yourself with the relevant, whatever technological shift there is, such as AI, as our brother mentioned. And also the least one is to make yourself likable. Like, try to have a shift in your personality. You see, like, you might be good, but if people don't enjoy your company, if they don't like you, it's hard to get into the market. They should be really fond of you, you see. So that's also, one of the top skills which I would prioritize.
Thank you, Mr. Raihan. Mujibur, 3 words, 3 top skills.
Okay, so yeah.
Just in short, 3 words.
Okay, communication, of course, then problem solving, and open to learn. So I will just mention these 3. So,
thank you so much, Mr. Ahmed. 3 words, 3 top skills for the Bangladeshis.
Interpersonal communication skills, very important. Eagerness to learn is obviously important, and you have to have the right attitude. So if I can just add, one thing I would say is, like, you can teach people to do things, but if they have the right personality, that's not something you can teach. You either have it or you don't. So you hire the people with the right personality, right attitude, and they can work magics, to be honest.
Thank you so much. I think interesting, there is a blend of how and what we said, right? Very interesting, because that's what you guys interact every day. Thank you for sharing. I would now ask Mr. Tanveer for, towards the closing, what would be your closing remarks to the accounting community? And next I will request Mr. Arif as well, the same.
I would like to voice with our accounting and finance BPO, like they have all 3 of them, I think, agreed that business communication is very important for them, because what I see that technology adoption is very important, because we need to fight with the advanced world. We need to fight with our other BPO destinations. So we need to bring ourselves up to date. At the same time, we need to bring the trust of the countries that we are serving. So we might need to have standardizations like IFRS and GAAP, whatever it is needed. And with this all, if we can package our services in such a way and communicate properly, which is like we can do fantastic work, but we cannot sell. So at the end, with the help of these BPO guys, and of course with the help of government, BACCO is there for packaging it properly with the academia and also ACCA. So whoever are the stakeholders of this industry, we'd like to bring all together. We as an association, we feel that this is our responsibility to bring all together and also have a solid roadmap for the industry to grow. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Mr. Arif, if you may take this one as well. Sorry.
Thank you very much. So I'll be closing one. So as you know, this government, the intergovernment is focused on the reforms. So the industry at this moment, as it was going forward, the policy or the processes at this moment may not be synchronized with the global standards. So we would be requesting to associations, stakeholders, and industry, if you feel any process policy need to be in compliance with the global standards, if you can propose any reforms, we are with you to do this. This is the time for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's all from us. And I would like to thank all the panelist members and over to ACCA Bangladesh.